I'm joined now on the set by Nicolas Hulot to take a look at what the papers have been saying today. Hi, Deepti.
Hi, Jeannie.
Lots of focus here in France about that shock resignation of the Environment Minister, Nicolas Hulot.
That's right. He really blindsided everyone. Nicolas Hulot, the renowned environmental activist and former ecology minister, quit his job midway through a live radio interview without even informing Emmanuel Macron beforehand. Hulot's resignation has polluted Macron's post-summer return to work. That's what Le Figaro, the right-leaning paper, says. But they do say it's not really a surprise because for Hulot, it's clear that once the shine of a new government and the excitement of the early days of Macron's governance sort of wore off, the old order set in, and inevitably things sort of took a more classical turn. Libération, the left-leaning paper, comes in favor of Hulot, saying that it was the right decision because it clearly reflects the incompatibility of a liberal economy with urgent environmental needs. So he was definitely right on mark for that.
Now, his resignation is also making waves in international papers, too.
Well, Corriere della Sera, which is an Italian paper, they say, farewell Macron from the adventure minister. In fact, that's in reference to a popular ecology TV show that Nicolas Hulot used to present well before he got into politics. Politico says this resignation means that Macron has now lost a key ally ahead of next year's crucial European elections. And it also shows the drawbacks of Macron's centrist politics. By being neither left nor right, he actually opens himself up to attack from both sides. While El País, that's a Spanish daily, they note that Hulot has been courted by various presidents in the past, and when he joined Macron's cabinet, he was really the shining star. But now his resignation casts doubt on the authenticity of Macron's environmental dedication. You might remember he coined the phrase, make the planet great again.
Let's focus now on British Prime Minister Theresa May. She's in South Africa now. She's kicking off this three-nation Africa tour, trying to make some friends in the run-up to Brexit. But she's probably getting a bit more attention than she would have liked.
That's right. So she's been promising new investments. That's what the South African daily, the Sowetan, says on its front page. She obviously needs some allies as the Brexit deadline looms. She's promised £4 billion in support of African economies and job creation for the youth. Perhaps to drive home her point of solidarity, she partook in some traditional dancing with kids yesterday in Cape Town. The Times wonders whether she might have been better off sitting this one out, because she did end up becoming the third most discussed topic on Twitter for the day. Let's take a look at that dancing. You might understand why.
She's just doing the best she can.
And she looks like she's having a lot of fun, it must be said. You know, there's nothing better than dancing like no one's looking. In this case, everyone was. Somebody has compared her on Twitter to Elaine from Seinfeld. I don't know if you remember that that famous scene of Elaine dancing. Twitter is merciless, so we don't need to add to that. But don't forget that Hillary Clinton and George Bush Jr. also came under ridicule when they partook in some African dancing. So maybe a note to world leaders, stay away from it.
It's not an easy thing to dance by yourself, let alone in front of millions of people. All right, let's focus now on Serena Williams, the tennis star who has been the target of some pretty unfair criticism over her clothing choices here in France at the French Open. Well, at the U.S. Open yesterday, she responded in what might be the best possible way.
That's right. She, most recently, French Open organizers banned her famous black catsuit outfit, saying it's not appropriate. So yesterday, she opened her U.S. Open campaign, winning in straight sets, wearing this, a fitted black bodysuit with a tutu. Adding to that, this was designed by the men's artistic director for Louis Vuitton, out of all brands. His name is Virgil Abloh. A sartorial statement that spoke 1,000 words, no doubt, as the Chicago Tribune says, even without a catsuit, she's still slaying it.
It was great to see her bouncing around with that tutu. I love that in the pictures. All right, Deepti, just to wrap up now, you have a last story that is proof that anything can be valuable in art.
Well, let's end with a picture from the China Daily, Jeannie. This is a giant panda. Her name is Yang Yang. She's at a zoo in Vienna. It turns out she's quite the artist, or we're willing to call anything art these days. Her brushstroke paintings are being sold for €500 a pop. The money will fund a picture book about giant pandas, but I'm not sure if she'll be illustrating the book.
You never know. You never know. Thank you for that deep DDT, Carlon, with that look at what the papers have been saying today.